Alright, so you've seen how to lubricate your SPAS-12 with G96 rapid fire grease. That's what I've done here. I mean, she's pretty darn slick now. So we're gonna do a couple little tests here, and one of them I haven't even messed with at all, so you'll have to bear with me. We're gonna do a reliability test. These are Federal number 7.5 shot, ounce and 1/8 3-dram. So these are just Federal's bulk pack that you get like Walmart. It used to be $20 a box. It's probably now more like $25-30 for 100. This is just 1,200 feet per second. Yeah, I think you can see that. 1,200 right there. So that's what we're running. Low base. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put one in the chamber. And we're going to put, here's another low base. Low base. And these are factory loads. I haven't done anything to them. Another one. Low base. Let's see, 7.5 there. Okay. I'm going to put 4 in it. I have forgotten my ears. So we'll grab that real quick, because I am going to need those. Safety on. And we will slip these on real quick. Yeah. Go that way. That's how they go. Alright. So we're going to be looking to see how far these shells eject out of the gun, and looking for any cycling issues. So first of all, I'm going to run 2 just from the shoulder, and you'll see that they work just fine, no problems. And second of all, we're going to try it from the hip without bracing it, right? So, well, it may be from the hip. I may just hold it up in the air with the stock folded over top of it. We'll see what I'm feeling like here in a minute. But we're just going to run a couple right here. So pop that safety off. Okay, there's 2. Boom, boom. Shells went about 2.5, 3 feet, something like that. Let's see here. I'm going to get this stick right here at the end of this stick. I'm going to point it at where my toe was. That's where my toe was. So, let's see if we can see that. Camera around us a little bit. Yeah, there's the big stick. And you keep coming down. And the shell is right there. Boom. Center screen. So, like I say, 2.5, 3 feet. Something like that. That ain't too bad. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go back like this so I can see what I'm doing again. There we go. And we're going to try it from the hip. Let's see. Can you see there? Okay. We'll fold the stock up. So we'll fold the stock up. Boom. Just like that. Shoot the same direction. And I'm not going to hold it against my body. I'm going to hold it out. So we'll just see what she'll do. She didn't cycle that. Okay. That's about what I figured. That's 1,200 feet per second. Now, of course, that's no problem with the SPAS. You just go crazy and boom, there you go. Now let's see if we brace it, what she'll do. See if she'll throw this one out. Brace it up, pop safety off. Okay, so I was wondering about that. Now, I kind of figured that'd be the way it was. I haven't seen this thing cycle from the hip, low brass, stuff like that. It will cycle high brass from the hip. I should have brought my high brass Birdshot with me. All I brought was my high dollar, like, frickin' federal flight control law enforcement shit. So we're not going to do that. That stuff's like $3 or $4 a round right now. So we're not going to do that. Did we kick that one out? Okay, alright, we'll just do that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to try here is, I'm going to move the camera over here where you can see kind of what I'm doing. And I've been told that, we'll just double check clear here again. Yep, clear, clear. Nothing in there, nothing there, okay? So, I've been told that you can put double O-rings on this thing, and it'll cycle some pretty low velocity Birdshot. Oh, wait, no, I did bring a high base. I brought a high brass. Okay, I remember, it's in my back pocket. Lucky you. Let's see here. Now this, this is hot. Really hot stuff. If your gun won't cycle this from the hip, I don't know what would. But we'll see a difference in how far the shells go, I do believe. Wish I had more of these. Hard to get them around here. These are Kent, let's see, Kent Fast Lead. And these are 2 3/4 ounce and a half. Okay? This is number 6 shot. Doesn't really matter. It's an ounce and a half of lead. These are doing 1420 according to the box, and they are hot. This will cycle from the hip, 100%, and it ain't nothing to do. This thing could be completely dry, and it'll cycle these from the hip. So we're just gonna drop that in there real quick. Safety back on, and we'll put my toe back here where the stick is again. So we're about right, and it should just. Little difference there. It kicked that shell about, that's about 6 feet, 6.5 feet, something like that. Maybe 7, probably 6. It's over here beside the tripod. So, let's see if we can get this on camera here. So, right there in the center screen was the first ones. There's the stick. There's the first one. The Kent's over here. So we've doubled distance. Almost. Just almost. It's right there beside the tripod leg. So go back over here a second. You can see the difference. So our goal is to try to get these low brass to eject at least out like they were firing from the shoulder. They fire from the shoulder just fine. So let's see. Yeah. So now we'll go back over here. Got a little distracted. Got just a little bit distracted. So we'll double check clear again. Okay. Can you see down in there? Probably not. Where are we at? Okay. Empty. Empty. Double check. Clear. So YouTube probably won't like this a whole lot because I'm going to open the folding stock here. Get that out of my way. And we are about to pull the front end of this gun off. So I'm going to get down here. And yeah. Leave that just like that. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there you go. I know you can see just a little bit. So get that off. Just like so. Set that down. That spring out of there. I'm going to pull the front of this gun off. Bolt to the rear. Do not push the bolt release at this point. It's no bueno. So I've got my thumb over the charging handle. So we're just going to pull this off right here. Just like that. Now, let's see here. I have a second O-ring. Okay? And you already see just from those few shots, I mean, we're already getting fouled up. I know somebody had some questions about all that. Yeah, it's pretty much it. If you put anything, okay, of course I dropped the O-ring. If you put anything, I know you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm trying here. Put anything on the magazine tube other than just some thin CLP or something, it just makes it worse. So there we go. We've got double O-ring. Now this should, in theory, decrease the amount of expansion room for the gases, and it should, in theory, again, we're going to make sure that this functions properly first before we do anything really. Probably should put that forward. Oh, go all the way close first then. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle. Come on. What we hung up on? Why are you fighting me? There we go. Okay. There. Now, drop this magazine spring in. You probably can't see a thing that I'm doing. But we'll see here. Magazine spring, magazine tube. What we're going to do is we're going to double check that this thing chambers fully. Once we get the magazine screwed on there. And I haven't tried this at all yet. So we're going to find out together if this helps. Let's see here. Nice and tight there. Okay. Go all the way back. Now she closes. She's locked up. She's locked up tight, boys and girls. So we'll move the camera back around here. Try to keep everything in frame, just so that any sort of, if we discover something brilliant here, any sort of naysayers can't say I'm doing anything fishy. So here we are. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple more shells. Again, federal, low brass, 1 1/8 ounce. Okay. So go back, drop that one in. Again, 7.5 1 1/8 ounce. I really should be doing my own reload technique here. Here we go. So, 7.5 1 1/8 ounce. Another look at that reload technique. Use the sling. It locks it in. It can't really go anywhere. So, and it pushes the button for you. So there we go. Alright, so we got 4 again. Now, I'll stand in the same spot. Oh, well, my stick moved. Okay, that's not good. I put the stick back. The stick is in the same place again. There we go. Now, put my toe there again, like that. And, yeah, should have had the safety on, but that's why we follow all the rules, and there's nobody else out here anyway, so completely private range. So we're going to see in the shoulder what she'll do. Okay, that was farther. Again farther. That is quite amazing, actually. Safety on. Okay, let's show you here. We might be onto something. Okay. So, all one take. Again. Turn this around just so I can see. There's the stick. The end of the stick. There's the shells that I pumped out. Shells that I pumped out. The one in the top center with the brass facing us is the one that was ejected out of the shotgun from the shoulder. So that's the first round. That's single O-ring. Now look here. Double O-ring. Right down there. And the Kent is right there. So we have effectively helped things here. Now, let's see what she'll do for the hip. Okay? Turn the screen around the way I can see. And I know this is probably only going to be 720p. So, sorry about that. We'll get a better camera here in a minute. So we're going to do the same thing. Okay? Exact same. I'm just going to hold it loose. Just like before. Hold it loose. Didn't cycle. Okay. Fine. Try that again. This time we're going to brace it up. Brace it up from the hip. Now this is low brass. And she kicked her out. Okay, it kicked it out just like, that is the same distance, nearly the same distance. Actually, it would have been a little bit farther because my toe isn't on the right spot. So it would have been the same distance as if you were just one O-ring from the shoulder. Okay, so I mean it's literally right here. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and show you. Since we're doing this, it's hiding behind this clump of grass right here. Boom, that's it. Those were the first ones. Here's this one. So, one thing to note is that the shell is farther off to the right. So, I know you can tell if a gun is overgassed, undergassed, whatever, by the direction the shells are going. It's not too far out of line though, so I don't think we're in any sort of danger zone here. We're gonna try that again. Try another from the hip. Okay, so here we go. Put my toe same spot. Let me get my camera turned around the screen so I can see. Make sure y'all are in frame. So got one in here. Here we go. From the hip again. I'm bracing it up tight. So here we go. Yeah, we got Jurassic Parked. Okay. Alright, that is a failure to eject. Try it again. Put one in there, one in there. These are all just the same old Walmart crap. So, brace it up again. Harder this time. See if we can do it harder. Okay, so we're not perfect yet. What could we improve? Well, that is just 1,200 feet per second, though. So I'm going to say just about anything above 1,200 is going to be good to go, and this stuff cycles from the shoulder just fine. So what's the big deal? I don't see a problem here, actually. That would cycle. That means that these are 1 1/8 ounce. An ounce low recoil slug is like, this thing cycles those. I promise it does. I know what this thing will cycle. I've done it from the shoulder. It kicks them out like they're normal, like high brass. So I don't see a problem here. So we'll go here again. We're gonna try loose from the shoulder. Okay, my stick moved a little bit. Loose from the shoulder. Almost all those fell about the ones that ejected fell the same place. So maybe there's just ever so touch less powder in one of them. Who knows? It's bolt crap. So we're just gonna try a loose from the shoulder. Okay, loose. Safety. Okay, kick that out just fine. Kick that out just fine. So if you support it, back it up at all, it kicks them out, way out. So one of them landed over there by the tripod leg, in line with the other two that we did, and one of them hit almost out there and bounced back. So yeah, double O-ring. Probably don't shoot magnums with it. I say magnums. High brass. I don't think I'd put high brass in it with a double O-ring, because let me just tell you, this it's gonna be like thrashing your gun with these freaking high base pheasant loads all the time. Okay, that's just extra wear and tear. So if you want to go out and shoot low brass, put another O-ring on it. It's not that big of a deal. Then you can shoot cheap stuff reliably. I mean, you could even shoot it from an awkward position, just as long as you've got something backing it up just a little bit. And most of the time it runs them from the hip. So that's what we're looking at. Actually, we'll just see how many it'll run from the hip. Okay? So drop one in there. Safety on. Let me get my sling. Boom. Just like that. Again, the Hartman technique of SPAS-12 reloading. think we've hit one. I think it's just one. Just one? Just one. And I bet this one's too many. Yep, too many. So, that's good. I was counting correctly. Who knew a Kentucky boy could count? Okay. Let's, what do I want to do? We said from the hip, right? I've got a few more shells, so we'll burn them from the hip, I guess. Yeah. I'm missing a piece to my SPAS. That's what I'm messing with here. I'm missing this area. And the hook, like all that is not retained. So I've got to be careful not to lose this crap. I almost lost it once. You cannot find parts for these things. So, well, you can, but it takes a long time. All right, oh, the phone going off. Fun. Let's see here. From the hip, we'll do it. Actually, I kind of want to. You reckon it'll do this? You reckon? Nope. Jurassic Park. That's good. Okay, well, that's good to know. Will it do them straight out? It will. Okay, so that's cool. It's the give. And we knew that going into this. So let's see if we can't just lock this in hard. Won't do it. Actually, it kind of will. Okay. So, not great, but this is 1,200 feet per second birdshot. Okay, 1,200. This is the cheap of the cheap that you can get. Basically, what that means is it's going to cycle low velocity buck, and it's going to cycle low velocity slugs. And this one, I know cycles low velocity slugs. Don't have it on camera. I should do that sometime. Those slugs are rather expensive. So, I don't know. We'll see if we can pull that off. I've got some at the house, but don't particularly want to shoot them. So, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. It does cycle them. So we've got a nice little range of shells here. We've got a couple that didn't eject. But she runs them okay. It's not bad. Got a few more in this box. We might try that again. Let's do 3. We'll do 3, and then we'll have another round of 4. There's 3. Okay. And let's just try it. Let's try it like, okay, you're got the stock folded, and you come up and you're looking down the side of the gun. Okay, let's try that. Nothing. Kind of figured that. Okay. Let's try it all the way out. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So it seems. Actually, let's try this again. I'll put 2 in it. This is my last. Actually, we'll just put all of them in it. I got 4 left. So we got 4 more different stances we can try. I'm kind of trying to figure this out a little bit. So we're just experimenting here. See what we got. So that time I was kind of like really pulling on the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I know there's like a push-pull technique, but I don't know much about it. So I'm kind of just, pulling. So push and pull and okay. Push and pull. Okay, so what are we learning here? Brace it up as she cycles. So we'll go. Nice. Alright, so if you back it up just a little bit, there's a little bit of technique involved, is what we just learned. Because if you just hold it loose, it's not going to cycle them. So, there we go. The SPAS-12 is a versatile shotgun, as we can tell. And an absolute classic. And you can see my hook. She's trying to come out. If you have any ideas what to do to fix such a thing, I can have a plate made. I've got a guy who can make me a plate. That ain't no problem. The problem is getting it to stay in here without screwing up the finish. Feel me? So, yeah. I think that just about does it. So thank you for joining me on this quick little range test video. I've had this gun quite a while, since 2016 actually, and it's been several miles with me off in the woods. These woods, lots of other woods, it's been with me. Constant companion. I pretty well trust this thing. I know it pretty well. It may seem complicated at first when you first get one. The more time you spend with it, the more it becomes muscle memory, and nobody ever forgets that SPAS-12 ching. Ching. So, we learned proper lubrication of the SPAS-12 is, here, we'll just do this. That way I can talk to you. Hi. Proper lubrication of the SPAS-12 is essential. G96 rapid fire grease is my preferred. It would probably do even better just soaked in the freaking CLP that they got. So, I say CLP, they call it G96 gun treatment, but it literally says cleans, lubricates, and protects on it. That's what the CLP stands for, so bite me. So low brass. This is my good shit. So this is actually what's in here. It's my good shit on this particular box. That's because it came out of my vest for earlier video. 1,200 feet per second. Ounce and an eighth. Interesting. This gun cycles 100% reliably with Winchester super speeds. Although I haven't tried those from the hip, so maybe if I can find some of those, we'll try that. Those are 1,350 feet per second, so I've got a feeling it'll kick them out pretty good. So, double O-ring. If you want to load low brass in your SPAS, you're going to get better reliability out of it, not having to back the gun up as much. You can probably tell I really back it up a lot into the shoulder when I'm shooting low brass with a single O-ring. So, double O-ring, pretty cool. I almost wonder if you could get away with a O-ring that's thicker. Like, thicker in diameter. Same overall diameter, but thicker in the material. And put two of them. Put two of those and you might be cycling from the hip all the time. 100%. Okay, so 30-minute video. I guess we'll sign off. We'll get you one more nice little look at this beautiful, beautiful gun here. One of my favorites. Actually, my favorite shotgun. Very iconic shotgun. Had it for a long time. And she's pretty tried and true with me. Don't have much to complain about. Especially, just run it from the shoulder, man. Like, grease it, G96 rapid fire grease, run it from the shoulder. It'll eat anything from the shoulder. Anything with a single O-ring. Double O-ring, it really throws them out of there. So we're good. Anyway, I will catch you on the next video. Sorry I tend to ramble a little bit. And peace out, people.